Good morning from my fifth grade classroom here at Madison Academy in Huntsville, Alabama. I am looking forward to kind of giving you an idea of what I do here at school and a little bit more about my career goals and where I would like to see myself in a few years. I hope that the program at UNA can help me get there. So we're going to start by just going over my current position. I am a fifth grade math teacher, and I've been in fifth grade for, this will be my third year. I started in second grade and was there for 3 and then transition to fifth. And we are actually departmentalized. So I just teach math to my students. Um, as far as other duties go, I am the technology representative for the elementary. Our private school goes from pre-K all the way up to 12th grade. And so when we have to make a decision about technology or any of the big systems that we use, we have a representative from each main school. So our little school, our elementary, and then high school. And so I am the elementary technology representative for us here. I am also the fifth grade lead teacher. So I attend different meetings and talk about elementary needs and things like that in regards to fifth grade. So I do that as well. And then I am the math representative as well. So anytime that we want a big department meeting regarding math, whether it's curriculum or going over test scores and things like that, I'm the one that represents elementary math. Outside of the classroom, I enjoy anything outdoor. And so I actually am an assistant for the high school softball team here at Madison Academy. I definitely stay busy, but I enjoy that. I have 2 young boys that are here at school with me. And so being involved is very important to me. My leadership roles here at Madison Academy kind of range from the duties and responsibilities, kind of like I mentioned before, that kind of stuff. So I'm a leader as far as being the fifth grade lead and the technology representative. But other than that, I am involved in several other aspects of school. So I was one of the coaches for our Girls on the Run program last spring. We haven't started that for the upcoming year. But if you're not familiar with that, it is a program where we work on running a 5K. So we kind of work towards building that stamina. But each day that we work out athletically, we also have a lesson about um, being a good friend and making sure that we treat each other fairly, kind of like a all around community building lesson and group for the girls. So it's a great thing to be a part of. And I love watching the girls as they not only get better with their running, but also develop these friendships with the other girls on the team. I also am the director of a program here at Madison Academy called Senior Kindergarten Buddies. And so being a school that runs from pre-K all the way up to seniors, we like to try to bridge that gap within the kids and their parents. So every kindergartner is paired with a senior, and we do different events. So we have a Christmas party, we'll do kind of a playground day, we'll have football game nights where we encourage each of them to come. So we have their kindergartner and then the buddy, and then the parents come as well. So it's a great way for these kindergarten parents to form relationships and ask questions to the older, more experienced parents that have been through every part of the school. And then the little kindergartners love that they have this role model and they get to be a part of, the high school, the kids' lives, and get to go and cheer them on at sporting events and all that kind of stuff. So those are the 2 main things that I'm a part of. Outside of school, but still in the education field, I am a member of Get Your Teach On, which is a large teacher training conference kind of group that travels, and we have big conferences pretty much all over the place. The last few have been Dallas and Orlando and LA. And each conference, we have 5,000 or so teachers that come, and we put on different speakers. And so I work behind the scenes there and kind of help make sure it runs smoothly and that all the participants and the people that are there get this experience and are learning while they're there. And if they have any questions, I help them with that. And then I also bring that back to our school. And so I can share what I've learned just being a part of this group. I can come back and share different speakers' ideas and things that we can do in the classroom. And we just did one where it was virtual because of all of the virus and things that are going on. And every member of the elementary staff got to attend the virtual conference, which was a Get Your Teach On event. And I think they really enjoyed that. So I kind of take the lead on bringing back some new and new information and training things to the classroom and for our teachers here at Madison Academy. I also, outside of education altogether, I am, of course, team mom for my son's travel baseball team. So I kind of take the lead there and make sure everything's handled for them. And then usually once or twice a month on Saturdays, my family and I go to, it's called House of Harvest. And it's really just it's a building that serves breakfast to those in need. And it's kind of a grocery store, I guess. They have breakfast and can shop for groceries free of cost. So we go and volunteer there. And I've actually gotten a few of my students to meet me there. And it's become kind of our Saturday routine is whoever can go, they meet us there. And we just serve and get to interact with these amazing people from the community. It's kind of run not through Madison Academy, but a lot of our people that work here or our board members, they kind of also help House of Harvest. So it's a great way to be involved in helping the community and teaching my students and my kids about serving and helping others. There are so many responsibilities and duties I think that instructional leaders have. I think for me, there's kind of two different aspects of instructional leadership. I think one of them would be more of the administration. So principals, assistant principals, I think they have a task that is just, it's tough. I think you have to be able to create an environment that is welcoming and a safe place for kids to come. And you're in charge of making sure that the entire faculty and staff agree with what you're doing, or at least understand that you're putting your effort into making sure that it's the best school for the children. You have to bridge that gap between the teachers and the parents sometimes, and you need to make sure that everyone is on the same page. So you are working for the parents, the students, and also your faculty and staff. And I think creating that group environment and that family type atmosphere goes a long way. So I think you have that part of it. You also have the behind the scenes, more of the business part. You have to make sure that your teachers are following rules and that you're meeting the standards that these children are supposed to meet in order to keep progressing in their education. You're having to look at different parts of the school in general. So everything, it's not just the classroom, but it's also outside. So I think the responsibilities are huge. I think having a leader that understands that and can delegate and can ask for input and has a great relationship with their surrounding support systems is going to be a big deal. On the other end of it, instructional leaders can be more of like a reading coach or a curriculum specialist in a school. And so they still are in that leadership role, but they are working more towards a specific part of the education. And so as a instructional coach or curriculum person, you're going to be focused on that. And you have to meet those needs and make sure that teachers can voice what they need in the classroom and what they're looking for, but you have the overall knowledge to get it done and take care of things, to provide things for the students. And so I think there is a lot that goes into both parts of that instructional leadership. I think you have to have confidence in yourself, and I think you have to have confidence in the knowledge that you've gained from being in the classroom and from studying and learning about education. I think that is a big role, and you have to make sure that you can express your knowledge and your wants and desires for the school and for the parents and for the teachers and just for the students. So I think there are a lot of things that go into that, and it's a challenge for sure. My career goals, right now, I think I'm fine in the classroom. I love teaching and I want to stay there. Down the road, maybe a few years from now, I'd love to work with more of curriculum. So maybe a curriculum specialist. I create my own curriculum now. So I think that would be a great fit for me. And eventually I would like to get into administration. So assistant principal, and then one day maybe become principal and get to spend several years in that role. There is so much that I hope to learn in a program for instructional leadership. I have a lot of knowledge from the classroom setting, and I believe that I am a wonderful educator. However, I know that there are so many more experienced leaders out there that can share knowledge and train me up to be a wonderful maybe administrator someday. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to in a program like the one at UNA. And I cannot wait to just soak up any information I can get from those that have been there and are currently there in a leadership role in education.